up, guys? Welcome back. Episode 2, episode C. We don't know if we're going with the number format or the letter format. Who cares? Super Bowl preview. Cincinnati Bengals, LA Rams. Two quarterbacks who it's hard not to like. I mean, you got Joe Burrow, you got Matt Stafford. I mean, where do you guys want to start? You want to start with AFC champs with the Bengals, the team that no one thought was going to be here, that was 10-7, but yet here they are.
Yeah, let's absolutely start with the Bengals and Joe Burrow. No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I think you're ready.
All right. I mean, my boy Joe Shiesty, man. That's, Dirty Joe. He's the man. I've loved that guy since college. Honestly, this is a Super Bowl that we've needed for a long time. Tired of seeing the Chiefs, man. Tired of seeing Tom Brady's old self up there, Shout out to the GOAT. By the way, would like to just rewind real quick to the first episode we did when I said he's retiring. I was right. It was a Gare Bear guarantee. Much like this Gare Bear guarantee, I guarantee that Joe Burrow throws 3 tutties, and 2 of them go to T. Higgins.
Oh,
wow.
First one off
I like
the bat.
that.
You like that?
I like that a lot. T. Higgins looked good last week.
T. Higgins is a baller, especially in fantasy, dude. Like, before Jamar got there, he was the GOAT flex. Reason for that is Jalen Ramsey, dude. I mean, Ramsey's going to be shadowing Jamar all night. He's too good not to be shadowed. So that's why I put all my money on T. Higgins. If there's a prop bet around that y'all had to touch on, I mean, go ahead with the odds. But I think it's T. Higgins who's going to lead the receiving for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, T. Higgins.
I'll look that up real quick.
Yeah, see what that is.
All right.
I was really high on Tyler Boyd catching 1 touchdown, being a captain, a veteran guy in a big game. I think he's going to step up. But I don't know if Jalen Ramsey's actually going to handle Jamar Chase as easily as you were kind of foreshadowing. Jamar Chase, I was going to do a 3-man touchdown, and that was going to be Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, and OBJ, which we'll get into them when we start talking about the Rams. But, I'm extremely high on Jamar Chase. He's got to have a big game. He's had a big season all year. So let's finish it out with at least 1 touchdown. I saw there's another one. It's him 150-plus yards, 2 touchdowns. It's like plus 4,500, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is
the T. Higgins to score 2 touchdowns, plus 950.
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty solid.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think Ramsey is going to do some stuff for Chase. Jamar Chase is a baller, dude. I mean, he's a big play guy, and when he gets the ball, I mean, he's nasty. But I don't know, man. I really don't see this game being as like a big play game like everybody kind of thinks it might be. If you look at these two teams really like throughout the year, I mean, they're not really blowing opponents out either. I mean, the Bengals did put up, a ton of points towards the end of the season. But early on, they weren't really putting up that many points. So I think it's going to be a little bit closer, especially with the defense the Rams do have. And the Bengals D's, like, they're balling out too. I mean, don't sleep on them.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be a huge defensive game.
Yeah, that Bengals defense has definitely been the unsung hero the last few weeks. I mean, Joe Burrow's played well. He's led the team to victories, but that defense has really stepped up, especially when they needed to. 2 other things I wanted to touch on. Garrett, you kind of mentioned about it being not a kind of super play kind of game. Where's Joe Mixon going to be? What kind of effect is he going to have on this one?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Sir Weevilson. I actually have some stuff prepared for this. So I think I kind of did like a key to win for both teams, like what has to happen for those teams to win. And for the Bengals, it's Mixon's got to go over 100 yards. I think, he's averaging like a little over 4 yards a carry, which is great. And when the Bengals played, was it the Chiefs? It was the Titans when Burrow was sacked 9 times. They only ran the ball. They ran the ball less than 20 times that game. You go to the next game when they played the Chiefs, and they ran it almost, I think, close to 30 times, something like that. Mixon went above 100, and they won. Plus, I mean, Burrow getting sacked 9 times, like that ain't gonna work. I think if they can establish a run, then I think the Bengals win. The Rams are good against the run, though. I mean, they've only had 200-yard rushers all year, so it's gonna be tough to do, but I think they can do it.
I say I got one I want to throw at you too, Crater. So the O line for the Bengals has been bad all year. Garrett just mentioned about giving up 9 sacks. Ooh, against the Titans.
Pause. Just kidding.
So where does this Rams D line go against a poor offensive line of the Bengals? Like the Rams D line is stacked.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Aaron Donald and Von Miller, obviously, they're the 2 big guys that everybody's watching in on. Von Miller, been there before. I mean, they've actually both been there before in Super Bowls. Von Miller still gives me nightmares from the Panthers-Broncos Super Bowl where he absolutely destroyed our will to do anything. Yeah, Aaron Donald, 14 sacks on the season, 77% rushing, or pressures, I should say. Yeah, I think that's going to be a huge factor in what happens. And yeah, the Bengals cannot give up, what'd you say, 9 sacks against the Titans, right? Insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm kind of high on Rams defense just for the sack factor in daily fantasy. So
right. Yeah, I definitely agree, man. I think it is going to be a pretty defensive game. Speaking of that, I don't know the odds on like the over and under. I mean, do you guys have that?
Yeah, that's at 48.5 right now.
Yeah. Okay. What are you guys thinking on that?
I would take the over.
yeah,
And honestly, more on the fact that I trust Stafford to get the ball in the end zone, and then I trust Joe Burrow to just follow suit. Like I feel like if they get down 7 or get down 14, I trust Joe to come down the field and score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's Mr. Composure.
Yeah.
Or he has been in the playoffs. Yeah, 48.5. It seems a little low, but given the defenses, I think it's pretty good. I would probably also take the over. It's just always more fun.
Yeah.
The spread is -4 Rams. Or +4 Bengals. What do you think about that?
I think most people would expect the Rams to win this game just based on the lineup. You kind of compare it to like I don't know. They're kind of like I guess like the Warriors of the NBA or of the NFL. Just stacked team. They got, like I said, 99 overall Madden players at every position. Almost. So I feel like on paper that makes sense. I would take that. I have the Rams winning. I mean, that's what I think. But
who's got more pressure on him? Do you think Stafford or McVay has more pressure to win this game for the Rams?
Ooh, that's tough. I want to say initially Stafford just because, Detroit and all that, but I think McVay because of his last, Super Bowl appearance, like how that went. Honestly, I love McVay. I think he's a great coach. By the way, fun fact about Sean McVay, in high school, he was the high school player of the year over Johnson at quarterback and ran the triple option in Georgia. So, quick little guy, just a fun little note there. But yeah, I think it's McVay. What about you, Crater?
Yeah, I guess I kind of look at it as like Stafford's coming. I don't know how old is Stafford. He's
old.
He doesn't have like a full career ahead of him, such as a guy like McVay who's so young as a head coach right now. He's already accomplished so much, but I think that it might be Stafford just because he's running out of time, man. This might be his last chance to get that ring.
I liked how you brought up the Warriors too, because I feel like this Rams team is essentially that. They've kind of copied that like NBA mindset where you bring in a one guy and then you just surround him with weapons and you go all in for 1 year. And like this is a year that they're all in. Brought in Stafford, they brought in guys around him, they brought in some defensive guys, they got Von Miller. Like this is their all in year. And if they don't win, I think it's a failure, and I think it's on McVay.
Yeah. So you would feel like McVay has more pressure on him.
I do, yeah. I think with with, like you said, his first performance against Belichick. Belichick put his head in a pretzel that entire game. He's obviously a great coach. His win percentage is outstanding, but like he has to prove himself again this year. So another one I want to throw at you: skill guys. You taking the Bengals skill guys or the Rams skill guys offensively?
Oh, that's tough, man. Are you including quarterback as a skill position?
Including the QB.
Dang, dude. I mean, I think Bengals, honestly. I think I'm a consistency guy. I mean, they've got superstars all over, so do the Rams, but their worst receiver is Tyler Boyd. You know what I mean? Like 3 years ago, that dude was a top 10 wide receiver fantasy. He's a baller. And Joe Mixon, I mean, we don't need to talk about him. 4 yards a carry, nasty rusher this year. Stayed healthy, that's great. I think if Woods was in the game, though, I would go with the Rams. And they had Odell, you know what I mean? If they still had him, then yeah. And if Cam Akers is 100%, I don't know. It seemed like he's kind of dealing with something, some kind of injury. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I think he tweaked something.
Yeah, that's been a issue in my daily fantasy lineup or for DraftKings or whatever. Is do I want to go all in on Akers, or how are him and Michelle going to split time on the field?
What's their price like? What are their prices compared to Mixon's in the daily fantasy?
Compared to Mixon's?
Yeah, or just who are some of the guys who you think might have value, or like who you making your captain? Are you making Joe your captain without thinking about it?
So the thing is, yeah, I feel like you almost have to go that route if you're all in on the Bengals, because that's the only way I think that the Bengals win is if Joe Burrow is absolutely electric, which he normally is. We expect it. Big game, a lot of pressure on a young guy, so we'll see how that turns out. If not him, I'm probably throwing Cooper Kupp, who is the most expensive player to actually draft out there. He's starting out at 11.6, which is, like I said, the highest guy out there. But as far as Michelle and Akers is coming in at 6,400, and Michelle's all the way down at, well, I'll say all the way. He's down to 5,000. So it's only a $1,400 mix. But when you start putting in those big name guys, like I'm trying to get Jamar Chase out there, I'm trying to have Cooper Kupp or OBJ. And once you get those 3 or 4 top guys, it's kind of hard to decide which way you're going to go. So.
No, for sure, man. I think with that, I honestly would still probably take Akers over Michelle. I don't know that Michelle's going to really do as much as they say. I just do. I think Cam Akers is really good, honestly. Like I really hope I get to see him play a couple full seasons where he's healthy. But yeah, we got next Weaves.
I'll say so. Let's just get into it. You mentioned you're taking the Rams. That's your pick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%, man. Greater.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the fun factor and go with Burrow, man. I'm gonna have to take the Bengals. It means so much to the city. What's up, Weeps? You gave me that look.
I'm gonna need your breakdown. I want to know what the fun factor, what that equates to in other categories.
Okay. I mean, just Joe Burrow overall. Do you guys not understand what I'm saying when I'm saying the fun factor that comes with the Cincinnati Bengals?
Like swagger? The swagger factor?
The swagger is, of course, absolutely. When you got a guy like Joe Burrow, who's rocking all the flyest, newest swag.
A fake chain, I hear too, right?
Absolutely not. He makes far too much money to be rocking fake eyes.
Well, he's rocked up, son.
Yeah, I'm just sold on Joe Burrow. He's actually the only reason that I'm completely in on the Rams. It's like you have the Rams in this crazy lineup, but they're playing Joe Burrow, who is the guy right now. He's the guy. So I'm all in on Burrow, and that's just me.
See, I would be all in on Burrow as well, man. If it wasn't such a big factor with the Rams' defensive line and the pressure. I mean, if he gets pressured, they're not going to win. That's the fact of it, man. I mean, they beat the Titans, and I'm not a fan of the Titans. I'd kind of have a vendetta against the Titans, so they sacked him 9 times and lost deservingly. Mainly because I don't like Mike Vrabel. Anyway, I'm definitely going Rams, dude. What'd you say?
Weird take. You don't like Vrabel?
Nah, I don't like Mike Vrabel, dude.
Why?
We can explain this later. We can talk about this later, Weaves. I know you probably really like Vrabel because, man, they beat my Eagles, dude. I mean, like in the Super Bowl because Vrabel scored touchdowns as a linebacker coming out here and setting up a 2-tackle set on the right side, like with Mike Vrabel. Like this guy's scoring tutties. Terrell Owens out here playing with a broke leg, dude. Oh, let's forget about that. Also, him and Donovan McNabb hated each other at the time. So, I mean. Anyway,
happy anniversary as well. Happy anniversary. I know it's the anniversary yesterday for the Super Bowl, so just wanted to wish you
It is. Thank you. We'll touch on that Philly special later on. But anyway, so I'm going Rams, dude. I mean, I just think you seem to agree with me. The Rams are going to win this thing. I think most of America thinks the Rams are going to win, but I also think that most of America would be happy to see the Bengals win. Honestly, I mean, when I was growing up, I kind of liked the Bengals. They were just kind of like a fun team for me. Chad Johnson, growing up watching him play, man, he was cool. Carson Palmer, always liked him. But honestly, I would be fine with either one winning. I think the Rams are going to win though, and I think it's going to be a little bit closer of a game. I would take the under, and I think the Rams win like 28-24, something like that, or not 28-24. Sorry, 24-21.
So covering the spread.
The cover.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's exactly how I feel. I think Crater and I were talking on the phone. My head is definitely telling me the Rams. My heart inside is telling me that I want to cheer for the Bengals just because they haven't been there. It's a bunch of young guys that are our age out there just balling out.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'd be cool to see them win so early on in their kind of building of a great team.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
No, I agree. Let me ask you this question. Do you think the Bengals will be a serious playoff contender, like a household name for the next 3 to 5 years?
I think the AFC is so stacked. Like I think that's going to be the issue because you're going to have Mahomes in Kansas City, who's going to be up there. Josh Allen has shown what he can do in Buffalo. You're going to have, obviously, I hope the Pats are coming back. You're going to have Herbert lead the Chargers out there for the next few years. Like the AFC is stacked. So it's hard to say. I mean, obviously the Titans always finish as a top 1 or 2 seed too. But it's hard to imagine a team that did just go 10-7. Like they lost some bad games this year. They've just gotten hot at the right time. And they figured out ways to win. But it's hard to say for the next 3 to 5 years if they are going to continue to become not lucky, but if they're going to continue to win those close games like they have recently.
Mm-hmm. And I'm a fan of Zach Taylor. I think he's a great coach too. I mean, he's another young guy. Like he reminds me of all these same, Brandon Staley, all these young, innovative guys. So I like that. I like the way that the league's going. But I'm with you. I think the AFC is just slammed. I mean, like I said, I have a vendetta against the Titans, but if they ever get a really good quarterback, they will be a freaking behemoth of a team to watch out for. What's your take on this, Crater?
But so I don't, and also the Bengals are just they're in a tough division too. Like that's a tough division year in, year out to come out on top. Like you would hope that the Steelers are going to rebuild. They're going to start beating you up. The Ravens with Lamar, who knows? The Browns, they've been kind of trying to be on the up and up since they got Baker, but who knows what's going to happen there? That's a tough division year in, year out to come out uninjured and at the top of.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Sorry, I was muted when you questioned me. Thanks for covering.
Rookie move. All right. So I'm taking Rams. Crater's taking Bengals. Weaves, what are you going?
I'm Rams picking game. Bengals to cover the spread.
Covering the spread.
Bengals cover.
All right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Just a quick note. I think if Stafford throws more than 2 interceptions, I think Bengals win.
Also,
we talked about that on the first podcast when they played. When they played in the championship, and he didn't. So I think that's a big key to it too. They got to keep the ball. So you guys want to talk some prop bets?
Let's hear it. So I looked up your other one too. So you got T. Higgins to score 2 touchdowns and Burrow to throw 3 touchdowns total, plus 1250.
Wow.
So his over under, I think is 2.5, 1.5.
Yeah.
He's at 1.5. Stafford's 2.5. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Let me just throw some props out to you. Some fun ones. Coin toss,
All right.
heads or tails.
Gotta take tails.
I mean, yeah, that's
Ew.
that's just a fun one. Let's see. First penalty.
Ooh. I think.
A
Holding is plus 275. False starts plus 450.
I'm taking false start.
I was thinking false start as well.
Yeah. And then in this one, I'm definitely putting some action on this one. Any field goal or extra point attempt to hit the uprights or the crossbar, plus 405 for yes.
Oh wow.
That's exciting.
That's
I don't know
fun
though.
one.
What's the Bengals kicker?
McPherson or whatever?
McPherson, boy.
He's not hitting the crossbar. He's
No.
not hitting crossbar. That shit's going
does.
straight down the middle every time. That guy is too good. It's gonna have to be on Gay if they hit a crossbar.
You know, here's a Matt Gay's actually injured. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but he injured his leg in the AFC Championship. So that's something to kind of keep your eye on, which leads me to this prop bet that I came across as well. Will the opening kickoff be a touchback? If Matt Gay kicks it, I'm thinking no.
You're gonna have to get that in quick then. You're gonna have to get that in between the coin toss. You're gonna have to get that in between the coin toss and the kick to be able to get that bet in.
No, I know. But I mean, here's the other thing too. In the last 28 Super Bowls, 26 of the opening kickoffs have not been touchbacks.
Really?
Really, only 2 of them have been touchbacks. That's a fun fact right there. So, I mean, and it's the odds on that one are yes is minus 150 and no's plus 130. But I would hammer the no on that one, including the last 4 Super Bowls. The last 4 Super Bowls, none of the opening kickoffs have been touchbacks.
How is that possible?
Yeah, I'm glad you just said that, but I'm also upset because now there is no chance that I'm not betting that because 26 out of 28, that's for sure. That's almost
that's a Gare Bear guarantee.
Dude. Almost, I would say.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that to my list.
I got a couple more. If you want to hammer some prop bets, dude, call them out. This is fun. I like this. This is a good time.
All right, so let's Craig, you got any up on your screen or what have you been looking at?
Well, I was gonna ask. I'm not seeing it on Barstool or Bovada, but there's a Gatorade bet. Is there not? Is there not supposed to be a prop bet for Gatorade color?
I don't. So there used to be a really big one, and I don't know if they took it away or not. But somehow, like it was getting leaked, or there was like people on the sidelines who knew that were like leaking that information. So I don't know if they still do that one or not.
Yeah,
that's lame. I can definitely see where the issue would be with that though.
Who y'all got winning MVP? The MVP value bet that I have listed here is Odell Beckham Jr. at plus 2,800.
Ooh,
touchdown machine. 2 tutties and he wins probably.
So my question or my argument to that is
that's from Bleacher Report.
You think 2 touchdowns he wins that? Like no questions asked.
100+ yards, 2 touchdowns. He's MVP.
What if Stafford has 4?
With 2 interceptions?
Oh.
That's gotta be a fucking high scoring game.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, my money's already out the window. So, I don't know, man. I think if he scores 2, but like, let's see, like say Cam Akers runs for 1 and then catches one out of the backfield and has like 120 yards or something like that, I think it'd go to him. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a run-heavy game than we're thinking here.
Yeah, I feel like if anyone catches 2 touchdowns, the quarterback's probably still going to get it. Like this is a quarterback award. Creators. A lot of people are in love with Joe Burrow. If he plays halfway decent, wins, he's going to win. And Stafford's like this kind of comeback kid who's finally made it to the big game. And if he has a halfway decent game, he's going to win it too. But I do like that value. I do like that value.
Right, dude. I mean, that's a crazy odd there. Another one. So these are from Bleacher Report. So I just took a couple from here because they had some good ones. This guy has his Super Bowl lock as Cooper Kupp's longest reception being over 29.5 yards at minus 110. So he's locking that. He's hammering that bet. I mean, how do y'all feel about that?
I like that.
Yeah. After what I've seen this year out of Cooper Kupp, I'm not going to bet against him anytime. So, and all he needs to do is get open, probably 15, 16 yards down the field, and he's going to just run.
Yeah. No, he's a big yak guy, dude. That's the thing. A lot of people kind of sleep on his yak ability. Other than that, that was pretty much my biggest like prop bets. I've got a couple more. Okay. So this is a fun one to think about here. This is thinking about the game in its entirety. Will either team score more in the final? Wait, hold on. Sorry. I pulled the wrong one up. Will more points be scored in the first half or the second half plus overtime?
Second half plus overtime.
Second half. I think the fourth quarter is going to be huge.
Yeah. So I'm hammering that one too. That's currently at minus 145. And just a couple fun facts on that before we back away from it here. Since 2002, Super Bowl participants have scored more points in the second half plus overtime 13 times, including 5 of the last 6. The Cincinnati Bengals and the Rams have scored more points per drive in the second half of games than they have in the first half in general. And Cincinnati is beating them by a very large margin. Like, it's not even close. So I think that would be a good one to hammer as well.
Yeah, that sounds like a lock.
Lock, all right. A Loch Ness monster. I hear you, brother. Will any non-quarterbacks throw a touchdown? What are you guys thinking? This is the Philly special question I got for you, Weaves. Specifically, I want to hear your take on this. You're a New England guy, trick play guy, Julian Edelman guy.
What's the plus money on that?
Yes, plus 250. No, minus 400.
I would say yes. I feel like this is a game that coaches in general, especially young coaches, like to pull out that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. We kind of saw that, not a non-quarterback touchdown, but last week or 2 weeks ago on the 2-point conversion against the Chiefs, Cincinnati ran that little white receiver out there and just a quick little out route, easy touchdown. Like, I can see Taylor and McVay kind of drawing something up to have a touchdown by Odell, maybe. If Odell catches 2 and throws 1, MVP.
Boom, MVP.
Automatic, yeah.
Well, what are you?
I got Aaron Donald's plus 1,000 for MVP.
How many sacks does he have to get that, though?
Yeah, 9? Defensive players are
4
for me on Super MVPs.
4 sacks?
Dude,
3 sacks, 4 sacks, 6 pressures, 1 pick.
Pick 6.
Pick 6. Yeah. Yeah.
This man is reaching, dude. Yeah. Insane, brother. What are you talking about? Defensive player win the Super Bowl MVP. That's not happening.
When was the last time that happened? That's had to have happened, right? I'll check on that.
Yeah. Sorry, you cut out for a second.
I said that's had to have happened. A defensive Super Bowl MVP?
Oh, I'm sure it's happened. I just couldn't tell you who it was. I do want to back up real quick, Weebs. I'm taking the no on somebody to throw a touchdown that's a non-quarterback. I don't think so. I think because of what you said exactly, teams will be expecting this. Since the Philly special, came out and won the game for us, I don't think it's going to happen. They also pulled out a trick play in the AFC Championship already. They faked a punt, and Johnny Hecker threw a 12-yard pass for a 4th down conversion. So, and McVay's known for this kind of stuff, man. I think they're going to be ready for any and everything like that.
I just want to say real quick, I just looked it up. Von Miller was the last defensive player to win Super Bowl MVP.
What are his odds?
Higher than Donald's.
And he won that because his quarterback that year couldn't throw the ball 5 yards. That's why he won that.
Yeah, strip sacks. I mean, we
Yeah,
can
I
get
forgot
into
about
that game and about the riggedness of the NFL and
Oh,
all things
geez.
stories,
We'll,
but
we'll save that. We'll
we'll
save
skip
that for another week.
Yeah, dude.
You guys got
Let me
anything
ask you
else?
this: you think the Panthers win the Super Bowl in our lifetime?
Yeah, they have to. If they don't, my life's not worth living. What is this whole thing about if the Panthers can't win one Super Bowl in my lifetime?
No, no, man. Hopefully, you guys draft Chosen Newton and get him out there.
Yeah, give us about 12 years. We did just hire Steve Wilkes as a secondary coach, which I don't know what the hell that is. What's a secondary coach? Assistant head coach?
Is that the guy who has the TV show? Steve Wilkos?
Wilkos, not, but I'm talking about Wilkes. Wilkes.
Who's that?
He's an App State guy. Yeah.
Oh no, a secondary coach is the coach of the secondary, dude. Like the defensive back.
Yeah, duh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Tune in next week for Garrett and Weaves' podcast about football stuff.
Oh, very funny. Very
Hey,
funny.
that's right, man. Matt rules the guy. You got him locked up.
I'm the only guy that picked the Super Bowl contenders. So y'all can suck my
That's true.
Yeah.
Treading lightly. All right, Weaves. What you got next on the itinerary here?
I think my biggest lock is going to be Aaron Donald at MVP.
It makes too much sense not
with,
to.
With his 6 pressures and a pick 6, it's all his.
I take back the pick 6. If he has 1 strip sack on 5 sacks total, 6+ pressures, that's MVP.
Yeah, I just think it depends on like how the offensive stuff plays out. Because I mean, Cooper Kupp could go out there and do Cooper Kupp things. I mean, but here, let me ask you this straight up: you think Kupp scored a touchdown? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Like you betting on that? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a pretty safe bet.
He's getting 11 to 13 catches. Like he's getting double-digit catches. I think. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it in: Cooper
100%.
Kupp, OBJ, Jamar Chase, all 3 touchdown scores.
What's that
You're
one?
really big on the Chase, man.
That's like plus.
I don't think Chase scores a touchdown.
You don't think Jamar Chase scores a touchdown?
I don't think so, dude.
We'll see. You're high on T. Higgins right now, which
I am. I mean, think about it. Fact of the matter, dude, is that Rams is going to shadow their best receiver, and that's Chase. And T. Higgins, and also T. Higgins scored like 4 touchdowns in one game this year. I can't remember who that was against. I remember because I was playing him in fantasy and got my ass kicked. So, that stands out to me. But I don't know if they were playing somebody with like a stud corner who played side to side like that shadowed or not. So I can't really speak on that. But I think Ramsey's the best corner in the game. Like, I think he is nasty, dude. And not only that, bro, he blows up blocks. Like, I mean, he plays down. He kind of plays like Matthew does, but he's more of a real corner than Matthew. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I do have one more question before we wrap up, unless you guys got anything else.
I mean, did you guys see? This is like totally. If you want to move away from Super Bowl, I could like bring up a few things real quick. Did you guys see Adidas? What they tweeted today? Dude, they tweeted like 25 titty pics.
What was it? No,
I'm not kidding.
Shit.
I'm not kidding. They tweeted like a compilation box of titties to promote their sports bras.
How long did you look at that picture, bro?
You talking about nipples out?
I saw it. I saw people talking about it. Of course, I just had to go check out what they were referring to. I sent it to the Twitter account, so you can check that if you want to. No, I didn't look that long. It was a variety of tits.
Are you talking about like exposed nipples, like areolas and everything?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I think their tagline was about like they're making a bra to fit all shapes and sizes.
So they showed bare titties, dude. Lingerie companies aren't even doing that. Like, it's crazy. I don't know, man.
Oh, dude, I have to look. I have to look that up, man. I mean, that's wild. I had no idea about that. No, I did not.
Yeah,
Damn.
that happened today.
What was your question, Weaves? Is this stemming from the previous episode?
It is. It is. I was wondering if you still had your rankings in front of you from week 1, about your fantasy guys.
Oh, dude, I actually do not. It's funny, man. I accidentally deleted that note. If you know a way to like recover notes, I could look it up. But I kind of remember it off the top of my head though a little bit.
I wanted to get with the kicker position. Wanted to know who you had in the 9 spot coming into 2022.
What did you say? My number 9 kicker. All right, give me 5 seconds. You guys talk about something.
So I felt bad in week 1. I feel like you were so prepared. You had like a top 15 list for every position. I had like a top 4, and I felt very, very unprepared. So I just wanted to cross check my new list with your old list to see if we were on the same page.
So I'm a big fan of playing the kickers off the waiver wire. So I actually could talk about this for a second. I don't have a list for like top kickers. I mean, everybody's big on Justin Tucker, obviously. Harrison Butker, everybody takes him pretty quick. McPherson's nasty when the Bengals score a lot, but you also can't get a guy who just scores extra points. Ryan Suckup is the biggest blue balls guy in the freaking league, dude. I mean, he'll score you 4 points, but Tom Brady will throw 4 tutties, and they won't kick any field goals. Like, that's horrible. Okay. I mean, the guy from Chris Boswell is pretty consistent from Pittsburgh. You know, you also want a guy that can kick a long field goal, right? I mean, Matt Prater's a good one to have. You know, he used to hold the record for the longest field goal. And that's the thing. I don't like drafting kickers ever. I mean, I literally just play the kickers off the waiver, and I usually end up with like a good kicker somehow. If you can get a kicker that's going to score you 7+ a game, that's fulfilled the positional requirements. I mean, it's done what you needed to do. Like, was it Younghoe Koo? I mean, I had him last year, not this past year, but the year before that. He was nasty. Was injured this year. I mean, there are certain guys that I like, but you know, it all does just come down to getting a guy who's going to be on a team that scores a lot of points, like Tyler Bass or something like that from Buffalo. But then again, you don't want guys who are just scoring PATs. I mean, because that's useless. Here's a question for you. Would you rather change our league next year to a 2 quarterback league instead of a kicker?
I'm out on that.
You're out on that?
I don't like that at all.
That's a lot of points. I mean, that's a lot of points.
Lots of points.
It is, man. But I mean,
what you just said. You just spent what, like 2.5 minutes breaking down kickers? Like, they're obviously valuable, and there's obviously a lot of research that goes into picking the right kicker for that week.
I literally said I never draft a kicker, though. You would have to draft 2 quarterbacks.
I don't know.
You do know I'm right, son, because 2 quarterback leagues are fun. Anyway, Weaves, you were going to say something.
I think that's a great poll to put up for the boys.
Yeah,
that's going to lead to a discussion for the next 7 days about why it's a great and terrible idea, and I am excited for that because I love just stirring the pot a little bit.
Yes, you do. I know.
Speaking of stirring the pot, last thing, we all need to make sure that Grayson goes to Waffle House and does the challenge because it's getting pretty damn close. He hasn't done it yet. So
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, I need a reason to go to Waffle House, and that's pretty much the only reason, unless I'm getting drunk and going in at nighttime, you know.
Yeah, knock out like 20 beers and then go. That's a great time too.
Yeah. Now, if he doesn't do it, he's out. He's out, right? That's what we agreed to, right? I mean.
Yeah, but according to him, he's never playing fantasy again.
Okay. All right. We can't get too involved with our friends.
He did have. I will.
On the RGS.
Yeah. I mean, that straight up, we need. I wish we could have documented his year this year, though. Just show people. I mean, it was the most unlucky fantasy football year. He had a great team, dude. A great team. Like, his team was way better than mine. And I finished second.
He had the most points against by like 400.
It was incredible. Yeah.
It's impressive, dude. I would tell people about it, and they'd be like, "Oh, okay." And then I pull it up, and they're like, "Dude, what? Like, this guy?"
He lost like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, putting up 140, 150 points, and still lost.
Yeah.
And I was
Funny-
winning. I was putting up 89.6, getting the dub.
Oh man, I know, dude. That was me. I literally beat Clayton like 100 to 99 one time, and I was like, yes, I'm so happy.
Hey, all it
But
takes is.
no, he. What was I gonna say? What?
I was gonna say, you just gotta have a point one more to win. That's all it takes.
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
The funny thing is that Panko beat Grayson, and that was one of his like 2 or 3 wins, was him beating Grayson like 180 to like 160, and after that Panko lost like every game, and Grayson still came in last. Oh man, that is awesome! What a year! What a year. So much stress. So many mornings, 4 o'clock, I'd be up here drinking 3 cups of coffee, just analyzing fantasy football. Field Yatesen, dude.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this weekend. I'm excited for the Super Bowl. I'm sad that it means the end of football season, but I am excited to get right back into these discussions, thinking about next year, thinking about who's going to be the guy, who's going to be the rookies. I am looking forward to that.
Yeah.
One more week.
I was gonna say, you guys have like a top 3 Super Bowl foods or spreads that have to be at the Super Bowl party?
Snake draft?
Yeah, let's do a snake draft.
Gary, you got
All
first pick.
I'll go first.
First pick.
What'd you say? We gotta get mics.
Okay.
It was my idea. I'm gonna take first pick.
Okay.
I'm going wings.
That's good.
Here.
Reeves, go ahead.
No, I'll get the snake. I'll go last.
Oh, I wanted the snake, dude. You guys give me the worst spots. All right. I mean, Weaves, I know you're going to say buffalo chicken dip because anytime we've ever had a potluck, that's all you ever bring. So I'm going to say pizza so you can have that one.
So you're right. I do. That is all that I bring. Number 1, it's easy to make. 2, it's freaking delicious. And 3, it's great. It costs $20 to make. Buffalo chicken dip. First round, second round. Ooh. I haven't had it in a long time. Give me a 6-foot Subway sub.
I hate
You
that
are
pick.
New England guy, man. Oh my gosh, a 6-foot sub and a cup of green tea. That's what he wants at the Super Bowl, son. Oh my gosh. All right, my turn now. All right, I'm gonna go with like with another like a queso dip or something of that manner, like a sausage dip type deal. That seems to always find its way to the Super Bowl parties I go to.
I agree.
A lot of parties.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with a veggie tray with some nice ranch dipping sauce. You gotta have finger foods. You gotta be able to pick any. The thing about a Super Bowl party is that you're not sitting down for dinner. Okay, you need to be able to come up, take a small plate, get you a little bit of veggies, get some nutrients in you.
You're eating 50 wings. You standing up, eat the 50 wings? You sitting down?
I personally would grab about 4 or 5 wings, get a little bit of ranch and a little bit of carrots and celery and I don't know, some cucumbers maybe, a little bit of raw broccoli.
I bet you eat
so yeah,
whole tomato.
I'm going a veggie tray. And then
That's the worst take ever.
I think that's far superior to a 6-foot sub.
No, I'd rather have a sub there than a veggie tray.
Yeah, worry about your own draft picks there, buddy.
Yeah, well, okay, leave me alone then. And I'll go ahead and finish out. You got to have desserts. I think you have to have desserts. I'm going to go a nice cookie platter with football-themed icing.
Wow, dude. What Super Bowl parties are you going to?
That pretty much sums up every Super Bowl party I've gone to since I was a child.
You always have to have so I don't know that I've ever actually been to one that had like a dessert thing. I mean, maybe like like Nestle homemade chocolate chip cookies, like something like that. But I don't think I've ever really had anything for a dessert at a Super Bowl party, or maybe cupcakes or something. But like the bad cupcakes, like the Walmart cupcakes with like the ring in the middle of them, and you're like, I don't want to.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's one of those like last minute. You got to bring something to the Super Bowl party. Stop at Food Line, go to the bakery section, grab you a little cupcakes with little football rings. But I'm not a big cupcake guy. I love cookies. over cupcakes. So that's what I'm gonna finish on. Finish this out.
What do you have?
Oh, I got a sleeper
Dessert.
coming. I got a sleeper coming with this last pick though. It's not a dessert. But I got a sleeper.
What is
All right,
it?
Garrett,
Yeah,
let's hear
you're
your last one.
Oh, I thought. Well, yeah, I was just telling you about. I guess I would say probably like I don't know. Those like chocolate chip cookies. I guess
Can't take my cookies. I said cookies.
you said football cookies. You said the cookies shaped like football. I'm talking about. All right, fine, dude. We'll back off of that. How
Okay.
about freaking I don't know like cherry turnovers. I love them. All right, let's do the sleeper. I'm not prepared for freaking desserts.
Pigs in a blanket.
Ooh, that's actually a great one. Yeah, love that.
Yeah,
I-
that's balling.
I should have gone with beanie weenies.
Over your
Yeah.
veggie tray? Yeah, you should have.
Yeah, anything over a veggie tray. You say beanie weenies?
Beanie weenies, yeah,
Like
like a little pot of You never had beanie weenies, bro? Is that what you're telling me?
Dude, not at any kind of group event ever, dude.
Have you ever been to a covered dish meal? I think beanie weenies are a trademark. Beanie weenies or meatballs. That's a trademark.
Oh,
Very different things. Very different things though.
Are they
Yeah,
though?
one of those comes in a can. One has to be prepared.
You got to put them both in a crock pot.
Beanie
Put anything in a
weenies,
crock
put 'em
pot.
in a microwave.
Y'all have terrible tastes.
Bro, I love beanie weenies, but like I would never in my life think that, you know what, we're going to a potluck. I should bring a bunch of cans of beanie weenies and put them in this casserole dish.
It's not in a casserole dish, it's in a crock pot.
Once I get there.
It's in a crock pot.
You can't just put it in a crock pot and make it fancy. I mean, like you can put you can boil hot dogs in a crock pot and then show up with a crock pot full of hot dogs. Is that the same
That's
thing?
fine,
as a
dude. I
crock
will
pot full
never,
of
ever
chicken?
be bringing beanie weenies to your little covered dish meals ever again.
Well, good. 'Cause that would be weird.
I'll just enjoy them at my house.
And I think an honorable mention that we all can agree on that we've all had it at one of Garrett's covered dish parties.
little
What?
ham delight
Little
Sammys.
hot ham and cheese Sammys.
You hear that, Gary?
Wait, what? I couldn't hear.
Oh,
Y'all froze up for a second.
little hot ham and cheese
Dang,
Sammys.
did it ruin the intensity of the joke? Oh, bro. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm salty over that, dude. Big salt. I mean, that's crazy. Everyone come to my house. And you know what the craziest part about the whole thing was? I bought extra ham on purpose so I could make some for myself after y'all left, and y'all ate all of it.
Quadruple layers, boy.
I was so mad, bro. God, dude. My wife was like, I just heard Weaves in the kitchen, like, throw that shit on there, throw it on there, pile it on there, put it all in there, bro. Bryce is like, how much do we need, bro? Oh no, bro, put it all in there, bro.
That's exactly what happened.
Man, those are gas though, dude. Oh
Yeah.
man, I love this thing. Are you guys big air fryer guys?
Air fryer, everything. Everything.
Yes.
You can air fry anything.
You can air fry a steak, dude, and it'll be good.
You know what I think air fryers are best for though? Leftovers. Reheating leftovers, bro.
Mm-hmm. You can put McDonald's French
especially
fries
like
in there.
fries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Microwave makes it all soggy. You don't want that. Air fryers,
Terrible.
key.
Dude,
Oh.
pizza in the air fryer is gas.
I've never tried that.
Like reheating pizza.
I need to get a bigger air fryer. My air fryer's not big enough for that.
I'm just
Personal
talking about like
pizzas.
reheating your pizza.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like straight bacon pizzas in an air fryer. We're officially a cooking show.
Chopped.
Yeah, I know. Crater's fixing to get chopped if he brings beanie weenies to these covered dish events.
Yeah, I want to see pictures of your Super Bowl spread, dude. I want to see your beanie weenies and your veggie tray from Walmart.
Okay, Okay, I can guarantee my 3 picks, cookies, wings, veggie tray, will be at my Super Bowl party.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I would say veggie tray is it is always there, but it's not something I ever desire or go. I might have a carrot, like that's it. I might have a baby carrot one time, and I'm not even gonna dip it in the ranch because the ranch is bad. So
Good ranch is key. Good ranch is important.
that's true.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got anything else for the evening?
I think that might be it. That's not a bad episode 2/episode 3. So not too bad. Or 2,
Maybe
3,
we'll,
or C, whatever the hell we're gonna call it.
Yeah, maybe we'll get this one out to the people.
Yeah, see if Grayson makes it this long when you hear us talk shit about his fantasy experience.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love to have a Grayson-led debate on here. We could have a whole Tom Brady discussion with that guy.
We'll interview him. We'll get him on here sometime and just not tell him what we're gonna ask him. Just ask him the most ridiculous thing that's just gonna drive him crazy and piss him off. See how mad he gets before he leaves. I'll give it 7 minutes tops.
That guy could go for 45 minutes alone. And we could sit there and be asking him questions, and he would ignore us to keep proving his point that he made 30 minutes ago. He'll be a tough interview.
Yeah, he'll be a fun guest. We'll get everybody on. We'll start with him. Just go down the list and see what people say and see what they like about it. Garrett's been frozen on my screen for a minute, so I think that means we got to go.
I was gonna say, yeah, Garrett's just cheesing really hard right now.
Love it. All right, that's what we got this week. We'll be back next week. See you guys.
Peace.
Oh.